All right, let's cloud the stage. Excellent work, everybody. No handshakes, it's okay. Thank you. 24's got me if anyone's got me. Um, yeah, that was a very rich panel. I found it very informative. Well, from what I could hear backstage, I'll have to watch the recording later. But where is our next one here? Oh, wait. It's a big one, dude. We're going Fireside with Galaxy Digital. If you guys are not familiar, Galaxy Digital is a pretty big deal. They do a lot of financial management in the crypto space. So we're bringing on the assistant who's going to be talking with Eduardo Bermudez, who's the director of trading at Galaxy Digital. So please welcome to the stage the assistant and Eduardo. All right.
Hello, hi everyone. Probably tired of me by now, but I'm tired of you, so. We made it as the day is coming to a close. It's a pretty interesting story to actually give some background. Eduardo, we were talking about doing this deal for like a pretty long time. And obviously Galaxy Digital is a very big organization and there's a lot going on. There's many different arms of Galaxy. And we've been fortunate enough to work pretty close. I've been fortunate enough to work pretty closely with Eduardo, like from the whole process, start to where we are now. And I was surprised, honestly, when he messaged me like 2 days ago. He's like, "Hey, I'm coming to Vienna and I'll see you." I was like, "Really? Oh, okay." But that's what I mentioned earlier when I was speaking on the panel talking about previous partners. It's like, that's what we were looking for. It's not, I don't think we're asking for much. I think that anyone that we're looking to do any type of token deal with to set up Sonic for the future, like we want to have that relationship where I can just like hit them up and feel free to ask a question. And so far, the relationship has been exactly that. And yeah, I don't know if Eduardo, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit, but we can just talk about just how the relationship has been going so far with Sonic and Galaxy.
Yeah, for sure. It's a pleasure to be here. Decided to come here last minute a couple days ago.
He really came for the schnitzel.
Yeah, I mean it's
Didn't come for Sonic. It was like Sonic, schnitzel.
with
By the way, if you haven't tried schnitzel and you're new here, life-changing. So
it really is with
really good.
Lingonberry jam.
I thought it was overhyped. It's not.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm Eduardo. I've been at Galaxy for just over 3 years now. I focus mostly on the DeFi trading sort of things, and we interact a lot with the Sonic chain. We're very interested in protocols building there. We currently have a decent amount of positions across a range of protocols on Sonic, and just looking to find all the different protocols that are building there. I think the fee monetization side of things is great for attracting new developers and building sustainable business models on chain. And so we're very excited to see what's out there and what's yet to come, right? We've been working together now for some time. We were in a Twitter space a few months back.
Yep.
And me personally, I was also a big fan of Phantom back in the day. Shout out to all the people that interacted with Spooky Swap, BDEX,
Yes.
Tomb Finance, rest in peace. Yeah, it's over at the cemetery, right? But yeah, I mean, no joke. I think that Sonic has one of the more impressive platforms out there. And out of the newer blockchains, I think that it has some of the more natural growth, right? Stuff that you don't see in a lot of places, and I'm excited to see how that continues as the time goes by and as new protocols launch, right?
Yeah, I always appreciate when people easily identify like organic growth versus subsidized growth, if that's a nice way of saying it. The nice thing about working with Eduardo and working with Galaxy Digital is, like, we don't have to talk to you guys, right? Like, you guys are smart enough that you can just deploy capital and do your own research or whatever. But like, if they have a question and they want an introduction to any application, there's applications on Sonic that that have spoken to Eduardo before.
Yep.
Like they have no issue of Galaxy has no problem asking us, hey, can you spin up a group? We have a couple questions about these smart contracts, or maybe there's like a time lock on something, or some security measures, multi-sig or whatever. They do really good due diligence. So it makes me feel good to know that like a partner who is deploying capital on the chain is not deploying capital just opportunistically, like fully, without taking into consideration like what the security is of like the actual protocols, because it shows that you're a responsible capital allocator. And you know, Mike had mentioned yesterday on his opening. I don't think you were in or
No, I was not here.
you didn't hear. Yeah, so he mentioned about kind of like why we decided to raise with Galaxy and like the kind of U.S. positioning. So if people who don't know, maybe it's nice to give like a little brief background about Galaxy Digital and like some of the history about it. To me, I've been in the industry for a long time, so I like really respect like Mike Novogratz and Galaxy Digital, and I'm very familiar with like the projects that you guys have worked with. So maybe others aren't. If you want to share a little.
Yeah, of course. So Galaxy Digital, we're a financial services firm based out of New York. We're publicly listed currently in the Toronto Stock Exchange and are going to be doing an uplisting to the NASDAQ in about 10 days, which is very exciting for us. But we do a bunch of different things. We focus mostly on crypto, where we do lending, OTC trading, market making, DeFi, venture, asset management, and a bunch of different things. We're trying to expand our tokenization efforts, working with big partners in traditional finance space.
There's a new arm of Galaxy. There's a new name of it for the tokenization, right?
Well, it's just tokenization.
No, I thought there was another.
Maybe they came up with something.
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure, but yeah, we have very smart folks on that side of the house working on how to bring RWAs on chain and how to figure out how to bridge the gap between traditional and crypto finance, right? But yeah, Mike Novogratz is the CEO and founder, and he's always there in the office. He's always trading, and he's a very present person in the business.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when we did a token deal, I had mentioned before that we had previously had a token deal gone sour. So like we kind of were taking into consideration like we don't want to get into that same type of deal. And when we were talking about doing a deal with Galaxy, I mean, they were very clear to emphasize the fact that like we are not a VC fund. Like we have a VC arm, but there's like so much. It's very multi-dimensional offerings. And like so far we have seen that where, you know, whether it's providing liquidity, making introductions, doing like OTC deals or talking to protocols or whatever it is, like you guys are pretty much all like you're diversified in the space.
Yeah, we try to do as much as possible, right? We have a big validator business as well.
Yeah, that as well.
And we try, whenever we do partnerships with protocols, we try to incorporate a lot of the different areas of the business with treasury management, with derivatives trading, with lending. I think that we can add a differentiated support to blockchains and protocols.
Yeah, I mean, even just before we were getting on stage, we were talking with another partner out there, and we were just mentioning like stablecoin liquidity. Like normally, I feel if you were to do a VC deal with one of these like tier one VCs that everyone kind of like strives to go after, it's like they're not really getting as involved. They're kind of just writing the check and like checking in periodically to see the performance of their investment like directly. But there's other opportunities that we can explore together, like liquidity deals. You know, whether it's like we need to bootstrap some liquidity for stablecoins, or maybe a project on Sonic is coming and they need an introduction to someone who has like a large amount of capital, or whatever the case may be. Galaxy has been there. And I think that Galaxy will continue to aid Sonic in the future as we explore like US-based expansion. I'm based in the US. I think Andre has spoken about this publicly, but Andre is like based in the US and doing a lot of things in America. So yeah, it's good to have a US-based partner. You're actually the first US partner we've ever had, like ever.
That's great.
And we're looking forward to working together and helping any application. If you want an introduction to Galaxy, if you're looking to do something, feel free to ask and we can facilitate. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Oh, it
man.
was great.